Let's bring on Christopher Oliveira, Staff Lieutenant at the Texas Highway Patrol in the South Texas region, along with John Fabbricatore, former Immigrations and Customs Enforcement Field Office Director. All right, so John, I'm seeing these images come out, and if people didn't think there was a problem, you think this is going to put them over the edge?
It should. I mean, people's eyes should be open here. I mean, this is overwhelming what's happening to the Border Patrol right now. They're undermanned and at this border, and thousands of people are coming over a day. No police department in the nation would put up with how many people they're having to deal with at this time.
Wow. So, but LT, you guys are down there, front lines on this thing. Have you changed your TTPs based on this threat level? Have you, maybe instead of partners, make them have, travel in packs of 3, 4, 5?
Well, one thing we're doing right now, Carl, of course, I'm in Eagle Pass right now as we speak. So one thing that we have done is now we have increased a more presence of our National Guard, our Texas National Guard, which has a sustained presence here in Eagle Pass. But also, we got to keep in mind when Border Patrol is tied up, as John mentioned, when they're unmanned because they're having to process the hundreds and thousands of illegal immigrants that are coming across in this one single area, that takes more agents off the line. They're away from the river where they can't patrol the activity that's taking place along the river between ports of entry. That's where you see the drug. That's where you see criminals coming across, cartel members, suspected terrorists. So now we have added additional state troopers to patrol those main corridors that are used for human smuggling and also focus on those gaps, the flanks, as you would say, that are outside of this area here in Eagle Pass, so we can focus on that criminal activity. Because right now, if we're not doing it, those areas are unmanned, they're unpatrolled, and that's where we see that increase of criminal element taking place across the border.
Well, John, the Washington Free Beacon reported actually that they obtained documents in which indicate that the Department of Homeland Security had actually full knowledge of this most recent surge, even though they denied it was happening. They keep telling us that there's better and better and better on the border, but they knew months before it took place and did nothing.
Of course they knew months ago. I mean, we have intel in Mexico. We have intel in Central America and down in South America. This administration has known for months that all these people were coming up here. And again, they've done nothing. This is a self-inflicted border crisis, and it's being compounded by the gutting of Interior Enforcement. The Border Patrol, again, is massively overwhelmed with no additional support. ICE is being undermined and abolished from inside. And the whole immigration system has been degraded under this administration. It's unsustainable what's happening.
Yeah, LT, I mean, look, even a Democratic mayor covered this. Check out what he said earlier about this stuff at the border.
We are working with a lot of our partners today, but I've been talking about the last couple of days that the city of El Paso only has so many resources, and we have come to what we look at a breaking point right now.
Yeah, I mean, and they're sending more to New York as we speak that they can't handle. I guess this is the straw that broke the camel's back, no?
Well, Carl, this was bound to happen. We've been talking about this for years. I mean, it was bound to have its breaking point, and we have reached that breaking point. And it's not only those that are seeking asylum or coming across, turning themselves in voluntarily, but it's also that criminal element, the cartel members that are taking over control of the border. And one thing to keep in mind, too, Carl, last week we saw this massive influx of illegal immigrants in Eagle Pass. The administration announced that they were going to allow temporary protection status for Venezuelans, close to 500,000. So what is that going to do? It's going to provide a further incentive and encourage more illegal immigration to our border. So they do not want to fix this problem. They continue to inflict this problem even more, where now it's going to be unsustainable, which we're seeing right now.
Yeah, no, it is shocking to me. We continue to have the same fight day in and day out, and nobody in D.C. is apparently paying attention or giving you guys any resources. John, LT, stay safe down there. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.